What's up, DC Nation? Welcome back to another video. And guys, if you like the video, get a big thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe because I release great DC Comics content every day that you don't want to miss. Now guys, Ugly Heart Part 2 is the second part in this Two-Face and Batman storyline. And guys, it's Detective Comics number 1021. Now, so far the storyline's been alright. Like the first part, the art was amazing by Andrew Hensey. Like he killed it. And his art in this issue is even better. Like I'll get to that soon. But PJ Thompson, his writing was good. Like I like how he uses Two-Face, and the person who does like the lettering, how they shift between like different lettering with Harvey Dent and Two-Face is very well done. But the one thing that stuck out to me last issue that I didn't like was how Two-Face now is like running a cult. Like I didn't like that. Like by the end of the issue, I was like, okay, what's going on? We have all these people with them. Are these like new villains that are working for him? No, it's actually just people who are pretty much a cult called the Two Strikes, and they'll go to the death for him. Like they literally will die for Two-Face. I'm like, really? Like I can't see that. Like I get people who work for Two-Face, they'll do stuff, but there's even a point when they're about to die, they're like, Two-Face, you sure this is the right thing to do? I don't want to die for this. Where here it's like these people in the cult, they'll just die. Like just die like that, and they're fine with it. Now we find out in the story that these people have like cancer and stuff, and they're unified in this, and they have criminal records. And Batman finds this out, and he's like, okay, that unifies them, and they've all been at like this courthouse, and that's where they've been having their cult with Two-Face. So it makes sense that okay, if they have cancer, they're gonna die soon. But why would you align yourself under Two-Face? Like I just don't get that. I get they're criminals. But why just say, okay, I'm gonna rely myself on Two-Face, do whatever he says until I die? Like that just doesn't really go, and I just don't like that he's running a cult. Like PJ Thompson does this too much, like with the Spectre cult, the one cult, like it was a two-parter right before this storyline. Like literally every other storyline there's a cult. But that's really my only main problem in this issue. Well, there's one more, but I'll get to that soon. But let's dive into the issue. So the issue starts out, we see Batman explain how last issue he like took down the criminals, and they're like pretty much connected to Two-Face. He's like, I don't get it. Why would they just die for him? And we have Two-Face pretty much talking to his cult and telling them what he wants them to do next. But guys, we see this like double page splash page with like Batman, and he's going to like get out of there. He's like, it's time for me to figure this out. And we have Two-Face like flipping a coin, and in the middle says Ugly Heart Part 2, and it looks dope, guys. It looks cool. Like, look at that right there. Like that looks so cool, and I like it because Andrew Hensey draws Batman so well. Like throughout the issue, there's certain parts I'm like, man, that could make a good thumbnail for YouTube videos. Like it looks really good, and I would like to see Andrew Hensey actually tackle more Bat books. Like he was great with the Arkham Knight storyline. Like that was one storyline that did have a cult. Like technically that had a cult because it was like followers of Arkham Knight, but whatever. So he tackled that, and he made Arkham Knight and Batman look good, and then here he makes Batman and Two-Face look amazing, and he illustrates the story so well for PJ Thompson. Like there's no part of this book that I can't figure out what's going on. I'm like, okay, I get it. Like it's illustrated very well. And guys, after that, we see pretty much Two-Face. It's like a battle between Harvey Dent and Two-Face, which I always love that. And we see Harvey Dent like kind of try to get out, and Two-Face is like losing it. And the cult's like, hey, are you good? And they're like, we'll always follow you, but make sure that you're good first. And then what we see next is Batman goes to like this hospital where pretty much these people like cult members of Two-Face, they died last issue, and this one doctor, he shows up out of nowhere. She's like, you almost gave me like a heart attack. And I love that scene because one, Batman looks great in the shadows, and when he comes out, he's like, okay, I need to analyze. And guys, one thing we see a lot in this issue, detective work. Like guys, PJ Thompson does so good with the detective part in Detective Comics. Like throughout the issues he's been doing since he like started this run, like all his issues that he has like detective work goes so well, and this is probably one of the best issues in those terms. Like the detective work in this issue is just phenomenal. Like you see him like analyze the bodies. And then he goes back to the Bat computer. You see, it's like, okay, so analyze this. Okay, they have cancer. All right, so it goes back to like the Gotham courthouse. I gotta go there. All right, what were they doing? Like, what was the last time they met? And the Bat computer is like, oh, they just met like 30 minutes ago. He's like, okay, I gotta make it there. And we see him go on like this rabbit hole, and he's actually getting there. It's pretty cool. I'm like, I like seeing Batman's train of mind, like where he's going and what he thinks. Like that's really cool. But then the next part we see him go into this courthouse. All of a sudden, Harvey Dent or Two-Face shows up out of nowhere, and guys, the splash page looks amazing. Like, look at that. That looks awesome. It's the best page in the book, and we see Batman. He jumps out there. He's like, Dent, and Harvey's like, Batman, and it looks so good. The lighting's cool, and it has like that tension. I was like, okay, I like the detective work, I like that the story's kind of going, but it needs to pick up some pace, and this is where it picks up pace. Now, we see pretty much Two-Face and Batman talking in the Batmobile as they're going to the courthouse. Well, it's actually Harvey and Batman. And Harvey's telling him, I'm trying to keep Two-Face from pretty much unleashing and taking over this. Like, I'm losing my mind in a way. And Batman's like, I get that and stuff. But he's like, I need to help you out. We need to stop what he's doing. And Harvey Dent does not know what he's doing. Like, he's doing something bad, but I can't figure it out. And Two-Face slowly gained through. Like, Two-Face is pretty much going to take over his mind in a way. But Batman is there. He's pretty much ignoring him. He's like, whatever, whatever. And it's like, you know what? Stay in this Batmobile. I'm going to go inside. Harvey's like, don't do that. Don't leave me in here. And that's when Batman goes inside. And what we see is, like, Harvey is, like, pretty much breaking out as Two-Face, and Two-Face eventually gets out of the Batmobile and goes inside the courthouse, and it's an awesome scene. Like, I love how like the lettering changes. It goes from like a regular font like Harvey Dent to like this green and like nasty font, and it's really cool. And we see as this is happening, Batman's in the courthouse. He's analyzing. It's like, oh, this is an old place. Why would somebody go here? It's probably not because they like history. They're going here to check something out or like raising something. And we see him going over it. It's more detective work. It's pretty cool. And then he finds the cold. He goes in, he finds the cold, but then Two-Face shows up. And this is where it gets a little predictable. So it's like, okay, Two-Face probably gonna go in and shoot Batman. And that's what happens. Like, he goes in, shoots Batman, and Batman's on the ground. He's bleeding, and that's how it ends. He's like, the Colts around him. Two-Face there, and Batman's shot. And what I think is, okay, whatever, Batman's not dead. Like, that's not gonna happen. Like, they're not gonna kill off Batman. Like, he probably has, like, a bulletproof chest. Like, I know that, okay, he was bleeding and stuff, but still, that didn't kill him. Like, I don't like when they put Batman and Superman in, like, harm's, like, way where it's like, oh, did they die? Like, I know they're not gonna die. Like, DC wouldn't kill him off. But, and also when Two-Face went in, I'm like, okay, what's gonna happen? Is he gonna do something different? But just him, like, shooting him is just kind of predictable, but it wasn't bad, but I expected a little more for the ending, and it wasn't like that bang of an ending. Now, I'm so excited for the next issue to see what happens with Two-Face and what he does to Batman, but in terms of the ending of this issue, it wasn't the best ending. Now, what we see at the bottom of the final page is like says next, like Joker's coming in the next issue, which just gets me worried, but then also really excited in the same way. Like, pretty much, it gets me worried because I like this whole Two-Face and Batman rivalry and how they're doing this storyline. I like it. I like what's going on, but I don't want Joker to just jump in, take the spotlight. I love the Joker, love him. But we're going to be getting our Joker fix in the Joker War and the Batman comics, and this, I think they should just keep it as like a Two-Face and Batman storyline. Like, keep it centered on that. And I hope Joker doesn't take over. It comes kind of like a Joker War tie-in. Like, I don't really want that. I want this to just be a solo story that shows like that relationship between Harvey Dent, Two-Face, and Batman. It's really cool, and I hope they stick by that. But at the same time, Joker could be interesting, because then if he doesn't come center of the story and teams up with Two-Face, is kind of in the background, but like Two-Face is still like center and knows what he's doing, he's not being manipulated, that could be really interesting, because then you see Batman going against Two-Face and Joker at once. Like, that could be pretty dope. But still, it was a solid issue. I think it's pretty much on par with last issue. I still have my same complaints about the Colts, and like the ending was a little predictable, but the art is just amazing. Like, Andrew Henson's like the best part about it. Like, that's his art, Batman. Like, look at that image of Batman. It looks so good. Like, the Batman looks so great in this comic. Two-Face looks great, like right there. And it just really adds to the story. Like, if you had other artists do it, it could be like, okay, this story's alright. I'd probably put in like the decent realm, like it's a decent comic. But with Andrew Hensey, it elevates it to like that great, like it's a great comic, and I recommend it. Andrew Hensey and PJ Thompson still deliver a great comic, and really like they still like keep it up. Like, they still keep up the quality that we're used to. And that's why I'm gonna give this issue an 8 out of 10. Definitely recommend it. I do recommend it. It's really great, and the art really sells it, and I'm really interested to see where this Two-Face and Batman story goes. But guys, in the comment section below, tell me what you thought about this issue. Do you like the whole cult thing? Like, you like Two-Face kind of cult? What do you think about Two-Face and Batman's rivalry in this issue? Where do you think it'll go as the storyline goes forward? And how do you think Joker will factor into this? Will it just be like a Joker tie-in, like Joker War tie-in? Or will he actually team up with Two-Face against Batman, and that'd be a really awesome storyline? But guys, if you like the video, give it a big thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, because I release great DC content every day that you don't want to miss. And yeah guys, that's the video. Peace out.